Hey everyone, welcome to the Verge Lounge here at CES 2016. I'm Vlad Savov and I'm joined by Horace Luke from Gogoro. You're the chief, the co-founder, the CEO, the everything of the company. And so you have a bit of news to share with us here at CES.
Well, as you know, Gogoro is both a product and a vision. Gogoro is a high-performance electric scooter that, along with the Gogoro Energy Network, allows our customers to swap and go in the city anytime they want. And of course, with the climate change and the pollution issues that we're facing today, and also with traffic congestion we're seeing in cities, EV, especially two-wheel electric vehicle, it's going to play an instrumental role into making our lives better for the tomorrow. But there comes a challenge in how people would be able to actually, adopt a electric vehicle. For example, the city that actually Gogoro is in Taipei, about 80% of the people in Taipei don't have access to parking. And when they do have access to parking, it is not of private parking, but of public parking. That makes charging a vehicle an absolute, I would say, a non-starter. And in 2015, we've made a lot of progress, launching our first pilot city, of course, in August back in Taipei. And up to today, we have made some significant, I would say, adoption. We've now shipped over 4,000 vehicles. We have about 145 Go stations around Taipei. And we just recorded 3.5 million all-electric kilometer that, of course, reduced pollution by 95%. And the really big news that we announced at CES this year is what we call the Gogoro Open Initiative. And OPEN stands for Owner Proposed Energy Network. Think of it as crowdsource plus a little bit of Airbnb plus a little bit of, kind of homegrown, the network, both from a community of people that really celebrate and understand and wants to be part of this change. At the same time, really help us understand exactly, we can guess which city, but guessing is guessing. But if you see a lot of hands raised, man, those are cities that we got to go to next because there's just simply a demand there.
The new GoCharger that you announced, which is a more compact version of the Go station, which is your main charging and battery exchange stations, do you think that will help you get into smaller cities, like you said, not so much mega cities, but smaller, more targeted locations?
I think the main thing behind the GoCharger is to really accelerate our rate of deployment. If you look at the 140 stations that we now have in Taipei, it's a really densely deployed solution. Every 1.3 kilometer or about slightly over half a mile, we have a station. But that did take time. It took about 4 months, 5 months. We can deploy at an amazing rate of one station per day. But imagine that I can deploy in a city within a day or two with 100 stations that allows people to basically go and not have to worry where you're going to have to charge. Just stop by a cafe, have a cup of coffee, top up your battery, go on your way for the rest of the day. That's the vision we see. And that will help us deploy into all sorts of cities.
Absolutely. And so far, you've rolled out, your pilot city was Taipei, your home city. You've had quite a bit of success there. It's been very well received. You also have that really impressive Gogoro Experience store, which looks to be very much modeled on the Apple store. It's simplicity and just keep things, as basic and all about the device as possible. Amsterdam is your next destination.
Yes.
When is that going to happen?
We are going to actually deploy the retail store and also deploy the energy network first half of this year. So within the next 6 months. And
what cities are going to follow Amsterdam? Do you have some sort of an idea where you might go next?
Of course I have an idea.
Well, you have an idea. Do you have an idea you can share with us?
I think it's, in due time, we'll announce the right, the city. What I can share with you is that the vehicle is now European certified. So any cities in Europe, in the neighboring countries, is really an accessible target for us.
Well, in any case, you've had a lot of success already. I want to thank you on behalf of The Verge for validating us and giving you the Best of CES 2015 award. We're looking forward to everything that you guys do in the year and in the new year and the one to come. So we'll see you again probably before CES 2017, right?
Absolutely.
There'll be more Gogoro news before then.
Absolutely. And I think, if I can leave everybody with one thought, we are facing a huge crisis, the biggest crisis the Earth has ever seen. with climate change, with pollution, with population that's moving from villages into cities and expanding, I would say, demand on energy like never seen before. We need to find a solution. And what's amazing is that Gogoro has that solution. It's here and now and ready. If you look at the impact we've made to Taipei, it's significant. The amount of kilometers that was accumulated over the last 3 months equal to about 197 tons less of CO2 footprint. That in itself, you think about it, the amount of impact we can make if we all go electric on transportation. I can only imagine what life would be like, and how good of a quality life we can have, especially in these emerging cities across the world. If you've been to Beijing, if you've been to Shanghai, if you've been to Taipei, if you've been to Southeast Asia, if you've been to London, those are cities they're extremely polluted today. And
I live in London, so I know all about it.
Yeah, so London, of course, is the worst of. Unfortunately, is one of the worst in the EU at the moment.
Yes, Horace, please fix it.
Yes, we will absolutely want to do that, and we think, that's you asked me earlier about breakfast, why a quarter of an egg can get me, half an egg can get me through this. It's the idea of changing the world for the better. It's the idea of applying all the creativity we've ever done on smartphone, on connectivity, on software, and applying that to a sector that desperately needs it, energy and transportation.
Solving real world problems.
Serving the world.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Horace.
Thank you.
That's it from the Verge CES Lounge. I think I got that right this time. For now, stay tuned for more, and also make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/The Verge.